Hey everyone, it's Dr. Sam Robbins. Today I'm going to discuss a very important topic about anyone who's concerned about their prostate as well as erectile problems. I'm going to discuss the number one exercise that will help improve your prostate health, enhance urinary flow, improve incontinence, and enhance your erection strength and size. Now the best part is you can do this simple exercise anywhere, anytime, and it won't cost you anything. It's totally free. Now, I tend to keep my personal life private. Honestly, I'm not here to burden anyone with my problems. However, today I'm going to share something that's recently happened to my family. A couple months ago, my father's doctor decided to give him a new medication that I didn't know anything about. Now, within a few days, my dad started to feel weaker. And in the process, one day, he actually ended up falling, and he fell actually backwards, and he cracked his skull and was rushed to the emergency room. And my dad ended up having internal bleeding and just massive inflammation in his brain. Now, here's a picture of him, and he's 90 years old, so he's obviously not young. He was in a coma for a few days. Then he went to the ICU for a little over another week, and that's the intensive care unit. Then he continued to stay at the hospital for another 2 to 3 weeks while they watched over him. And then afterwards, he went to rehab so he can learn to walk again and to communicate properly. And thank goodness he's finally has come home just recently. Now, it's been obviously a very draining time for the entire family, a lot of time and emotions and money and so forth. However, I'm sharing this story with you because the entire time my dad has had a catheter in him since he wasn't able to move and go to the restroom and urinate. Now, if you didn't know, a catheter basically goes in the urethra, which is the penis hole, into the bladder and basically extracts the urine into a bag. And this is because, again, my dad couldn't move for a few weeks. Now, every time we tried to remove the catheter, he wasn't able to urinate on his own. He was basically in tremendous pain. Basically, his muscles had gotten very weak after 2 months of non-use because, again, he had that catheter in him the entire time. Additionally, his prostate had grown during this time. We're not sure why, maybe all the different medications, which makes it even more difficult for him to urinate. Now, at this point, he had like tears in his eyes and said how he's of, no use and he doesn't feel like a man anymore. And how, he has to now use a cane and he has a bag of urine attached to his leg. And it was just all very heartbreaking to see the whole aging process. And I felt obviously very bad at this point, and I felt helpless. And I knew he would get better, but when or how long it will take, nobody knew. So I decided to give my dad some supplements to help reduce the prostate size and the inflammation. However, more importantly, I had my dad do Kegel exercises to help strengthen the muscles below the bladder that help control urination. I explained to him how to do the Kegel exercises, and at this point, honestly, he was willing to try anything. Now, after just 1 week, we went back to the doctor to again try to remove the catheter to see if my dad was able to urinate on his own. And guess what? He did. He was able to urinate on his own. And it was great news, and you can see it in my dad's smile. He did actually wear an adult diaper for a few days just to be safe, but he stopped doing that as well. Of course, I can't say for sure if it was just the time going by or the supplements or the Kegel exercise that caused the big improvements in just that 1 week. But I really do believe that Kegels was a big factor because it helps strengthen the muscles around the bladder and the prostate and the pelvic floor. Kegels have lots of benefits. Now, today's was about the benefits for the prostate and improving urinary flow. But Kegels are fantastic for helping also with erectile problems as well. With that said, I did make another video about this topic, and it's gotten millions of views and hundreds of positive comments. It's entitled, "The Number One Exercise for Preventing Erectile Dysfunction and Improving Your Performance in the Bedroom." Now take a look at that video right now, and you get all the details, all the do's and don'ts about Kegels, and how to improve your manhood and basically be the best that you can be.